Cricinfo the buzz. Last week we rated IPL openers. This time we're doing finishers because we're so creative, no? It has nothing to do with the order of going from openers, finishers. I promise next one will not be like lower middle order batters. We'll do something different. I have a great cast to discuss finishers. Shresh and Yash are both great at finishing quizzes. They always get the last answer. Karthik Iyer is recently finished being an RCB fan. He's no longer an RCB fan.
It's done.
And Ronak, I think, finished a whole biryani recently, so he's not here today. So now let's rate the real finishers. The first one I have, Hardik Pandya. Can I have a big round of applause, please?
Yeah, okay, but
Behave. Okay, I'll call Virat Kohli. Hardik Pandya, great IPL finisher.
there's plenty of recency bias in this. I don't know. I can't look.
One second, recency bias in his favor or
in
against
his
him?
even being
Against him.
in 8, I'm a little.
No, yeah, his best years were actually like 2017, 19,
Yeah.
20, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
He was a beast
But
in which year? 19.
19 and 20.
Yeah.
I think 20 was a year where he had the best balls per 6 ratio in the league. But what's happened since then? And I'm not factoring in 2024 at all.
Oh.
But from 2021 to 2023, his last year at Mumbai Indians, back then, and the two at GT where he became more an anchor type, he's not been so good at finishing. His strike rate in the death overs has reduced. So
He's
essentially,
batted at 4 as well, right?
Yeah,
For
he's
a
been
different
up the
spot
order,
for
but-
GT,
yeah.
but even his last year at MI was a pretty bad year for him. So the way I see it, you had 3 solid years, and then you've had 3 iffy years, and now we see. So I'm quite sure, given the makeup of what
Still
we
lots
will
of
have,
runs at the death, still lots of runs from number 5.
I think
onwards.
number 8 is an appropriate spot
No,
to start
no,
off.
absolutely not.
No.
We are putting him at number 5 at least to start with. Shresh,
also
don't be like
Dustin's
that.
going to enjoy seeing him come down the list.
No.
Is what he's
no,
going
Okay,
with.
then let's on that note.
So he goes to
Maybe-
7.
I thought 7
maybe,
is
maybe 6.
Okay.
Typical
that's
MI
generous.
behavior. They'll
because
go
I,
up
because
slowly,
I thought
slowly.
7 would be reserved.
Okay, let's go to the next one. This one is blast from the past.
Yes.
Yusuf Pathan.
Ah, nice.
Okay, Shresh, why don't you tell us how important he was to KKR?
So obviously all my best memories from my teenage years were courtesy Yusuf Pathan because nobody else did well for
And he
KKR.
came
at
for
the-
your parties or from the IPL?
Well, he
Huh?
made lots of evenings memorable.
Okay.
The main thing is that
At
nobody else
Eden Gardens. Okay.
Yes,
at Eden Gardens.
Nobody else did well for KKR at the time, and you forget Rajasthan Royals' contribution as well, which actually made
Yeah,
him
yeah,
a
of
star.
course.
So I think he should definitely be among the top half at least.
The top half.
Top half.
Considering that time he was total game changer in terms of what a finisher means, his strike rates were head and shoulders above the other finishers who were going about that time. And if we had Yusuf Pathan now, I mean, if age was on his side in that sense, then maybe you'd see him scoring at 250, 260 the way.
He didn't have a lot of those scoop shots and reverse scoops that you see.
But you don't
today.
need that
Just,
sometimes.
it was just old school muscle.
I don't know. I would put Yusuf somewhere in the bottom half because of that now. Because of
Is he
IPL.
better than Hardik?
Yes.
Yes,
Definitely.
He's 5 for
Everybody
me.
agrees.
If Hardik is 6, then Yusuf is
Okay.
5 for me.
Definitely.
Okay.
But I see them both dropping.
So Yusuf, who's made many nights memorable for Shresh, is at number 5. Now I'm gonna do these two together.
Okay.
Because it's
Yeah.
the two big guys, Russell and Pollard,
Okay.
the West Indians. They're going to be very high. Who's better? Let's start with that, Karthik.
Oh, that's tough. Pollard is better simply because
Okay.
of the longevity and the title-winning knocks that he's played for Mumbai Indians.
Yeah, and with Russell, like he's had a couple of big seasons, but also some seasons that have been so-so, right? Like,
So the thing is, he instills fear in the bowlers and then they make mistakes and then he punishes those mistakes. So that's also a good quality of a finisher we need to consider. And Pollard has been way more
do
consistent
you
than
think
Russell.
bowlers are not scared of Pollard?
When you're comparing the two, I'm talking about.
What's
But
more scary about Russell? Just like he hits bigger sixes, or what is more scary about?
so I
it?
think it's just a mental psyche thing on the bowlers which Russell has, that sort of jadoo
This is
on,
getting like
on
some
the people.
deep, as if he's like
is.
instigating them.
No, I
before the game.
kind of agree with him because Russell comes out there, you have this entire Russell mania going around the place. Whereas Pollard came out, he's languid, he's cool, he's fun,
I don't
and he
think
can also
Pollard-
hit you
I've
out of
never
the park.
I've never heard Pollard described as languid.
No, I'm just
He's
saying
far from languid.
Russell would be scarier as a bowler.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I agree with
The
you.
way I see it, Russell can have that high ceiling. He's done some of the outrageous things, especially if you look at 2019.
Yeah.
You-
52 sixes.
50 had never been chased down in the last 3 overs
Yeah.
of an IPL game,
Yeah.
and then he goes and does it twice in 2 outings. One of them was against RCB, so we can at Chinnaswamy, so we can. But the other was SRH Prime Bhuvi.
Okay.
So he kind of redefined in that season what the ceiling is for a finisher. But between these two, Pollard above. Why? Because the amount of miracles he makes,
Yeah.
and the moments he chooses. You look at the finals where Kieran Pollard's, you can't even call them cameos because they were low-scoring finals.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
2013, he makes 60 of 32, where 148 becomes a winning score, including sixes of the last two balls of Dwayne Bravo. 2019, he makes 41 of 25 in a game where 149 wins by 1 run. So he did those things, and then there was the audacious as well. There have been only 2 instances of 130 plus being chased down in the last 10 overs of an IPL chase. Both of them, this man has made 80 of 30.
Right up there. I think under
And
pressure, Pollard might just be more
And he's
successful.
also, by the
under
way, he's
pressure.
won like a player of the match award in almost every IPL since 2010 except for 2 seasons. And I actually remember that. It's not something I just
Number
checked.
1, it's empty.
Number 1.
It's right there.
For Pollard. And then Russell
You
number
want to
2.
see everyone falling.
Okay, but now, they are 1 and 2. But now, take a deep breath because it is, he's not even a man.
You're not showing
He's
it.
not mortal.
Oh, myth. Okay.
Oh, yeah. What do you all think of MS Dhoni away from Dhoni the figure, Dhoni the leader, just as a batter, just as a finisher? Let's be clear. Should we remove everybody else from the board?
I
And just put him
would
at number
do
1?
that.
Let's forget this. Let's just rate best Dhoni innings. Let's remove the rest of these guys.
But
Oh.
I think he has a case to be
number one.
To be number 1. Let me look at old Dhoni. Okay, Dad's Army. Remember 2018? There was a match against RCB where he hit like, I mean, what was it, 50 of like some
Same
20,
argument
25
as
balls.
Andre.
Okay,
Sorry.
okay, fine. You're taking RCB
But I
and
know what you're
Chinnaswamy
saying.
off the table. But I think Dhoni, fair argument. Yeah, I think Pollard also has a fair right, but it's Dhoni, it's Tale. We have to give it to him.
I mean, I don't have the numbers at hand, but I think Dhoni, if he stays not out for CSK, I think the ratio of him winning those games is extremely high. I think
But like,
Pollard
there's
will
also
also
games
be
like
high.
that last one where he came and scored a single and won
Yeah,
the game.
that's what-
So,
There are many such numbers like that, and that's the only thing which I feel that his innings, balls per innings might be lesser than someone like Pollard, especially in the last few years, even though he has won games for CSK. So that's a consideration, but still I think my heart says Dhoni won.
what do the numbers say? Dhoni has I think the most runs at the death by far in the
Yeah.
IPL, but that's
Because
because
he's
he's played the most.
Perhaps the only one
His
in.
strike rate is not, if you look at all the stats and impact rating, etc., he's actually not as high as Pollard
Yeah, and I
Russell.
think
So,
what tends to happen is that Dhoni did it so often for India
yeah,
that a lot of times it's kind of lost where he did it.
yeah.
For CSK within the IPL, that number is still high. I'm sorry, I'm not going against him, but it is not as high and as frequent. Also, perhaps because CSK have been blessed with the likes of, you look at CSK over the years, he always had an Albie Morkel,
Yeah.
then later Dwayne Bravo.
Bravo, yeah.
So he's not been like that sole finishing act
Yeah.
as much as we think he is. In fact, I think some of his best CSK knocks have come in the CLT20, which we're not considering right now.
Okay, so let's get serious.
I'm
Is
not
he really
sure.
number 1? Or
He is definitely
I mean,
above Russell
on
for me,
vibes?
but I'm not
Okay.
sure about Pollard.
Okay. So is everyone okay with him second? Can we live with Dhoni second? Huh?
Will we be allowed to live with Dhoni second?
I think it's fine. I think
You
it's a
think it's
fair
You think-
reasoning.
Okay, fine. Let's do Dhoni second for now. Now this one, I don't think will threaten Dhoni, so we can relax. It's David Miller, very good finisher,
Yeah.
great numbers for GT and for Kings 11.
Not too
very
much time.
high-
It's 7 or 8.
Okay,
Yeah, for me.
so let's start with
Let's start with
start
seven. It's
seven.
empty. The slot is empty.
Now this
So,
one's
yeah.
going to shake things up, okay? Because Karthik was asking where was Rohit Sharma when we were discussing openers. But let me tell you something. Rohit Sharma has played as many innings at number 4 and 5 as he has as opener in the IPL, and he has much better numbers as a number 4 and number 5. He's actually got one of the best strike rates in the deck.
I asked
coming
for
in.
this spherical thing last week.
I
when
know,
we
but
did the
he's a
show.
finisher.
You said it
He's
wasn't
not
there.
an opener. No, he's a
And now
finisher.
you've got Rohit Sharma.
He's a finisher. He's a finisher.
But how many games has he won, and how many of them do you remember?
Because they were a long time ago, maybe I don't remember.
I think
There were a few for Deccan
For
Chargers.
Deccan Chargers especially.
There's one
be
you
honest,
definitely
I-
remember, I'm sure about
Dude,
that,
I
because
only-
it came against KKR.
I only found out about the IPL in
So
2012.
he had an amazing time with Andrew Simon, the Deccan Chargers, as in the
Yeah.
lower order,
Yeah.
and that's where he sort of developed after his 2007 T20 World Cup sort of success.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Not on the list?
Not in
I think a few wildcard options which we have might pip him on this list.
So first you don't choose Rohit as an
Maybe
opener.
one day do
And now
it.
you're going to put him at 8.
No, I'm not putting him at 8.
One day we'll rank
all
the
the
best
stats
captains,
show.
maybe
Listen,
he'll
his
come
strike rate in the death is actually better than all these guys, by the way.
Right.
He's better than Russell, I'm sure. It's better than Pollard. It's better than Dhoni. I think he belongs really high up. Maybe not top 3 because those guys have done it more. But I think at least number 4 to start with. No?
I mean, I know he drops down, but
We can't start him at
I
8,
don't, I
yeah?
don't, I don't think I put him above Yusuf Pathan.
No?
Yusuf
So
Pathan
number
as a
6?
finisher.
So, oh, this is looking so bad now, yeah, if we do this. Huh?
Ooh, what have we done here?
You have moved
Okay, no
Hardik
comment.
and
Next,
Rohit.
next,
Yeah, yeah.
next.
Not allowed to speak.
Now we won't say anything next. Now, this is going to throw everything.
Yes, I'm doing my bidding for a top 2 entry.
AB de Villiers, 220 something strike rate at the death.
232. No one else who's batted more than 30 times in the death overs is above 205. That's how much of a different league he's in. I feel like the biggest thing that works against AB in this conversation is the unfortunate fact that he ended up playing for those two teams which never, you know.
Yeah.
So now you're bringing
came
RCB
within
back on the
title
table to make your argument.
That is the bit that goes against AB when we look at perception. Because, I mean, what did we say when we spoke about Pollard? One of the reasons why we have Pollard at number 1 right now is
Title
because
winner.
of what he's done in title winning
Yeah.
campaigns. He has, unfortunately for himself, been part of teams which hardly ever give him the opportunity to be in a title winning performance. But you look at all the numbers, it is outrageous how good he's been. He's done that finishing from 2009 right up to 2021. I mean, he retired halfway through that season, which was broken down, right? And even in that season, in that first half in Chennai, where people were struggling to score, AB was teeing off at the death and batting at 250.
Yeah, and the thing is also, I'm thinking like, is there a shot that any of these guys play that AB can't play? And there are shots AB plays that none of these guys
I've
can
never
play.
seen a helicopter from AB de Villiers.
That's
I've never seen that shot.
but
Come on.
whose helicopter is better? If we're going by helicopters, Hardik should be above Dhoni. Just saying.
Wow.
Okay.
So,
Before
I think for AB, I think you can consider him at number 1. I know you're a
Yeah, no,
Pollard fan.
I want to put him
But
at
I
number
feel
1.
like,
I'm feeling him at number 1.
Yes, I think I am feeling it as well. Because if I just look back, sort of shots he played, and remember he took down peak Bhuvneshwar Kumar, peak Dale Steyn in front of one of those memorable overs of all time. So I think you can consider him as number 1.
Everybody okay?
I'm sure the
AB at
RCB
number
fan
1.
agrees. RCB at number 1.
Yeah,
When does
but
this
then
happen?
again, is he as much a finisher as Pollard? Rather than
I
overall
think-
batter, of course, AB.
Correct. I
but
agree
then
with
just
what,
as a finisher in terms of coming in late and scoring runs just at the death, like ABD may have come in and say the 13th, 14th over and then batted till the death. Although I
See, considering he is in this list of yours,
If-
you have to
then
count
he has
him.
to be number 1.
Then he's a
Okay,
finisher.
got it.
I think that argument I'd hold it if, say, their strike rates were similar.
Huh.
But the fact that there's so much of a gulf, 232 versus 200 and below, that for me is number 1.
So he's going number 1.
I don't know. I think we're giving AB a little bit of a pity vote here.
This
I think
was- what
Pollard
is
has
the pity?
won titles, won matches. I think those are important.
That's
If
true.
you're
How is
saying-
it his fault?
The titles do
if
matter.
RCB
How
is
is it
a
his fault? He
stain
batted for a team
on
which never decided to buy more than 2
So, but
batters
then-
and
it's-
continues
it's
But
to
his
then
do.
fault
so did
because,
work for Mumbai Indians and Kieron Pollard.
No decent.
The fact that they won titles.
And
I
no,
feel.
no decent depth, no decent bowler wanted to join RCB because they didn't want to bowl to him in the nets. So it is his fault that
They would have been better off bowling to him in the nets than
And
bowling
he
in the
did not
games.
ever hit any RCB bowler
That's a
because he was
good
playing for RCB. So you got to give him credit for that. He hit
So
all
wait,
the
number
teams.
1 or number 2?
I
Let's just decide.
would go at 2.
The RCB fan, who's
One,
no
go
longer an
ahead.
RCB
Yeah.
fan, is saying number 2. Number 1.
Just a broken heart.
And number?
For me, it's 1.
Oh, it's 1. Okay, let's do it.
I don't
Let's
mind the
put him
tie,
at
though.
number
I
1.
don't mind the tie,
Well,
honestly.
So everybody goes 1 down, and that's our top 8. But okay, this time we're doing something special. This time I've given you all wildcards, but they have a chance to replace these guys if everyone agrees. So let's start with Karthik.
Okay.
Who's your wildcard?
My wild card comes from Chennai, plays from Bangalore. It's Dinesh Karthik. The best death bowler going around right now, Jasprit Bumrah. Dinesh Karthik strikes at almost 200 against him, scored about 70-80 runs. Has never been dismissed. That is my argument for Dinesh Karthik. It's happened over the last 6-7 years of the IPL, I feel. Him as
So
a
just
finisher.
just against Bumrah.
No, but I'm just saying, if you count the best death bowler right now, which is clear,
Yeah.
it's Jasprit Bumrah. He has the best record. I think that makes my case. For Dinesh
Decent
Karthik to
argument.
actually slide in over Rohit Sharma even.
Over Rohit Sharma?
Over Rohit Sharma even.
Okay.
As a
What
finisher.
does everybody think?
So, I
Where
mean,
can
you will
DK slide into this
retain
list?
Miller and Hardik, but
I
remove
would
Rohit.
ideally slide them down, but I think, I would actually drop Rohit from
Drop
the
Rohit?
Drop Rohit from the 8.
No, I don't think we can do that. Maybe Miller and Hardik, I think, are the ones
I'll
at
just
risk
place him here for now.
in place of
You guys
DK.
can decide where DK.
Okay, let's go through
I'm
all the
a bit torn
wildcards
on
and maybe
DK, yeah,
decide.
because I mean, he does these things which are insanely good, and then he has these seasons where he is insanely absent. So I don't know.
Yeah, just last year.
Yeah. So
But overall, he has also one of
Solid.
the highest number of runs in the death. I don't know, but the thing is, again, Miller, like, he won GT that title almost.
Yeah.
I mean, he won so many games that won them the title. I don't know if he can slide in.
And don't forget his
place of
Punjab
any of
era.
these guys.
Don't forget Miller's Punjab era either.
the Punjab era was
His Rajasthan
sadly
era was the
again-
worst, but Punjab era was good.
Okay.
But did
So
his
let's-
Punjab era have anything apart from RCB bashing? I'm sorry, it's a common theme. All of them.
I'm just
He
thinking we
literally
have,
hit Kohli with the
we have
ball on
three
the
MI
cheek.
guys here. Can we put DK in place of an MI player?
TK is also kind of MI at some point.
Okay. Okay, let's go with the next wild card and then we'll see. Sambit Bal is making some gestures to be like this. I don't know what they mean.
So mine is Ambati Rayudu. He played for two of the most winningest franchises,
Yes.
Mumbai and Chennai, and to hold a place in the 11 from 2010 till his retirement on his own terms in 2023 is rather amazing. And he's one guy who's batted wherever the team needed, and that's why he has shifted up and down. In the IPL, he's batted from opener to number 8 in all positions, and he has some crazy innings with Mumbai and with Chennai against big teams, against the opposite team when he played for Mumbai, against Chennai. So I think Rayudu, someone
My
who's
only
underrated.
question is he
My only
exciting
question
enough?
is how many of those crazy innings, and he has a lot,
Yes.
were in the role of a finisher and not as someone batting at 3 or 4.
If a batter does not get out and they reach the death overs, their mindset has to
that's
convert
fine.
into a
That's
finishers.
fine.
So this is not someone who has scored 20, 30 runs. He has scored 70, 80 runs in great time, and he's bashed them in the death overs. So honestly, I would have wanted him to see in the top 8.
Yeah, we can remove Yusuf and put him there, no problem.
Yeah, so that's mine. You want to put it on the board?
Sure.
Okay, I'll go next because I have Rishabh Pant,
Okay.
who, looking at everybody else, I don't know whether he's exactly a finisher, but he has played a lot of innings at number 4 and number
Keep this
5.
for wicket keeper or something like that. The same sphere.
No, listen, he has more than 500 runs at the death, and if you're talking about bowlers who smash Jasprit Bumrah, this guy has done that as much as anybody. Probably the toughest guy that Bumrah has bowled to. Has all the shots like ABD Villiers, has more death runs than somebody like Surya Kumar Yadav, by the way, who we didn't consider because he's not exactly a finisher. I think Rishabh Pant is actually, I mean, he's a decent shout, but okay, I don't see any excitement, so I'll just
Yeah,
put him
not
there.
in the
Yeah,
top 8.
I think we can slide him even below.
Okay.
Ooh.
This is anyway the guy's out of the list,
Yeah, yeah,
man.
but
You don't
you
have to be so rude. Just
sometimes-
keep him. Okay, we'll keep him like this, just to make you happy.
And the thing
Okay,
is,
yeah.
Pant has done some outrageous things when he's got to be finisher, right? 2018 is for breakout season as such.
Yeah.
There's that knock against Sunrisers where he makes a century, I think out of which 60 came in the death. Jasprit Bumrah, you counted Karthik's taking down of
Yeah, yeah,
Bumrah as a big factor. No one has hit Bumrah in one match the way
Exactly, that's what I
Pant
was
has.
saying, yeah.
There was a game
That's
at
what I was
Wankhede,
saying,
so there's an argument there. I do think Surya comes close.
Surya finishes
sadly, I
games
don't-
off before the game
Reaches the finish,
reaches
yeah.
the finish, and then he gets out. That's the problem. Anyway, Yash, let's be easy on him because he had to use Ronak's wild card. Let's be honest, he didn't get to pick his
So I
own.
will
So this is
do
Ronak's
my
wild card
best sales
presented by
pitch
Yash.
for Rahul Tewatia. My first argument against would have been that the sample space is low. But you look at Gujarat Titans in 2022 and those heists, there's one common factor to all.
Yeah.
There was some which featured Miller, there was some which featured Rashid, but all featured Rahul Tewatia.
Yeah.
He's also played arguably the most dramatic finish of all time, which was not for Gujarat Titans, which is that game against Sheldon Cottrell in 2021. So, and my argument for him is that he doesn't get to bat a lot. GT have been that kind of side who he pretty much almost only bats when they need
He's like a pure
15
finisher.
per over.
He's a pure finisher.
Yeah, and
he only
GT are the kind of
finishes,
team
yeah.
who quite often bat first and don't even lose 3 wickets.
That's true.
So he doesn't even bat. So to come out 7-8 times in a season, out of which 4 require you to score at 14s or 15s and pull it off with the consistency he does, makes him viable.
Would you pick him or Rinku Singh if you could only
That's
go
what
one?
I was going to come to. The one that is missing, I did not get the sphere because I did not get to choose. I'm sure if we do this next year,
Yeah,
Rinku Singh
Rinku needs a few more
probably
games,
be
a
in
few
the top
more
8.
seasons, yeah. Okay, now any of these guys you think? I think DK has the strongest case.
Yeah.
Of
Who
the
does
four,
he? Can he
definitely.
replace anybody here? Can we replace? I don't know if he can replace Hardik. But
No,
then-
Hardik.
No,
So I think you have been
not Hardik.
a little too kind on Rohit. I'm a big
Yes,
Rohit fan.
I agree with
but
you.
I feel somebody has to speak up. Come on. I feel Hardik and Miller should go one place up. Maybe we'll do a list of best IPL captains. Then Rohit will again be back in contention. But I
okay.
think for finishers, there are some good options around.
This is
Hang
not a
on,
good
Dustin.
advertisement for impact
Hang
ratings.
on, Dustin.
I'm
Hang
just
on,
saying
hang on.
because, okay, yeah.
I will find something.
Dustin's
Rohit's
taken him off the
defense.
board. Rohit's off the board.
Rohit Sharma
Are you going
in
to save
overs
him?
17 to 20 in terms of runs scored is in the top 10. That might just be sample size. In terms of strike rate, 196. The only batters above him with a minimum of 30 innings played in those overs: Hetmeyer, Duplessis, Kohli, Russell, Pant, De Villiers.
And the thing
End
is,
of list.
Rohit has a thing that if he lasts 25-30 balls, he's going to strike them at a long time.
No, I'm talking about old
Rohit, the opener,
decade
has
charger
never
Rohit.
batted beyond the 15th over.
Karthik
for Mumbai
over
Indians.
Rohit is a pure recency bias pick. Is if we're doing it, it
So
will
then
be
we're
Rohit.
not changing
We're not
anything.
changing
This
it.
is the top 8 and that's it. Nobody's wildcards who got in the top 8. That's it. This is our top 8. These are the wildcards. These are the honorable mentions, but that's the final.
Are we
top
sure
eight.
AB over Pollard final? Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know whether
It
there's
doesn't-
any
I'm happy
list
with a
where
tie.
AB should be number 2.
with a tie.
I'm happy with the tie.
Happy? No, we can't do a tie.
We can't do a
again.
tie.
We did a tie
Sorry.
last
A
time.
lot of Pollard's runs came against RCB, but AB could never score against RCB because he played for them. So let's. Okay.
Yeah, imagine his strike rate if he got to bat against RCB at the death overs.
So I think AB wins.
Okay, fine. So that's the final list. Next time we'll be rating.
We'll find.
Yeah, we'll find out.